card. The SD card was not in there. Wow. Yummy? In celebration of Mother's Day, I wanted to talk about my C-section story. Not just my C-section story, but the pro-choice of my elective C-sections. I'm currently writing down some notes and some main points about why I chose to have a C-section and everything included in my choice, my feelings about it. So that is to come this week in the later clips. Palm tree. So like I said, today I wanted to talk about my C-section story in celebration of Mother's Day, and it's something that I've been wanting to talk about for a very long time, but I feel like it's again the right time. And if you notice a running theme, I'm kind of going into deeper subjects and I'm opening up to you a little bit more, and I feel very comfortable doing so. I feel like if I can share a story that I feel like is not out there as much as it should be, I could be helping somebody that feels the same way I do, because I know a lot of times my way of thinking or my way of doing things is not always conventional. And I find that some of my unique choices are could be helpful to other people that may be thinking the same, maybe doubting their choices. I'm here to say, go with your gut feeling and be true to yourself. Okay, so my C-section story. As a girl growing up, knowing that I would one day have a family, I would one day want to birth my own children, I knew that the way I would have the baby come out into this world would be through a C-section. And I knew this idea from the very beginning, from when I was very little, because my mom was a C-section mama. A lot of my aunts were C-section mamas, and it was just normal. And the idea of it being the other way, the natural way, was never something that I even considered. So as an adult, I realized it wasn't a popular opinion to have a C-section, and it was even more apparent when I started talking to doctors about my options. I think that because it was not a popular opinion, I was constantly being asked if I was sure, and in my heart and my mind I was so sure that this is what I wanted. And for months and months, while going to doctor's visits, I would be asked and almost coerced into making a different decision for myself. And it was annoying because I know what I want, and I did my research. You know, I was open to the idea of delivering vaginally, but I just knew in my gut feeling that that was not going to be for me. If mentally I was not there, it would just not happen. So I just knew it was going to be a big ordeal, and then I would end up getting a C-section anyway. So that is the reason why I knew at the end of the day, even after all the research I did, that I would not go that route. So the day of the surgery, I had the best experience. So I had scheduled a day to give birth. However, Ariel came 4 days earlier than that. She was actually a breech baby all the way up until the day that I started having contractions is the day she flipped over and was no longer a breech baby. And that was when the doctors had said, and this was like their final push, they were like telling me all the reasons why I should have a vaginal delivery. And, you know, God bless all doctors that do this because they know what's best medically for a mother and what the healthiest option is for a mother. So, you know, nothing against doctors or anything like that, but this was their final push on getting me to choose vaginal delivery because, you know, Ariel was no longer a breech baby. She knew to flip over the day that I was having contractions. God bless that. But I still was not convinced, and I remember up until even 10 minutes before surgery, the doctors were trying to coerce me, and the way that I handled it was I asked the head doctor, I said, as she was speaking to me about all the reasons why I should not get a C-section, I said to her, do you believe in your team? Do you believe that your doctors can handle this C-section with complete ease, and are you confident in your team? And that actually turned the table 100%. She said, we have the best doctors for C-sections. I believe in my team 100%. You are in the right hands. You know, she just gave me so much confidence. She gave me a list of reasons why they were the best in the C-section arena, and I had nothing to say after that. You know, she answered her own question, and that is the reason why I went to them. So at the end of the day, that's how I made it work out for myself, and that's how I kind of flipped the script on them the very last moment, because I was kind of at that point tired of hearing why I should get something that I was not mentally prepared for and that I just did not want to do. So yes, always go with your gut feeling. This is not a promo video on C-sections by any means, and I'm not promoting C-sections by any means. This is just to say that it's not a conventional thing that people do. However, I wanted an elective C-section, and I feel as though it's important to stay with your gut feelings. So I had the best experience with my C-section. I remember getting my epidural, and the doctor was telling me to go into a cow position for the epidural, and she did the example for me, and she said go into cow position, and which is like the, you know, hunched over position, and I was like, no, that's cat. And I was like, I'm a yoga teacher, that's cat position. So the doctor was like, wow, for years I've been saying cow. So now she corrected that, and she said, okay, get into cat position, in cat cows for yoga. So that was a funny little thing that lightened up the mood in the epidural stage. I honestly was not, I was in a very happy mood. I was not scared or anything. A lot of people talk about how cold it is in the epidural room. I was 100% fine. I was mentally ready to have my C-section. I would not have been mentally ready for going into labor. I don't know. I mean, I feel like both those things are very scary. I just knew that I went in the direction of my choice, and so I was very happy to be there and to go and get it done. I had confidence in my doctors, and it was done. I think I went in at 7:30. I gave birth at 8:05, and the whole time Ray was there. He was also great. We were just talking about normal things and going over the news on his iPhone, just super basic as the baby was coming out. And she had 2 little yelps and she was out. It was great. You know, I had minimal bleeding.
Thank you. Okay, she did amazing. So everything went really well. Blood loss was very minimal.
And the rest is history. I wanted to share that because I'm gearing up to give birth again, and no details on that yet. However, I am very excited and I'm starting to get mentally ready for this one too. So I just wanted to share that side of the story in celebration of Mother's Day. And you know, do what is right for you. Listen to your gut feeling. I hope this helps. Please share this to somebody that you feel would benefit from this video. Love and light.
Ariel, hold on. We gotta stop by.
El presto.
We gotta stop